As some of you know, I turned 50 years old earlier this month. Sadly, when you cross the half-a-century milestone, your haters start wondering, is this guy getting soft in his old age? Have the years of threats and harassment and doxing finally gotten to him? Can he still take the heat? What do you guys think? Is it time for the D to the I-double-Z-L-E to sit around doing old people stuff? Drinking Metamucil? Playing bingo? Eating dinner at 4:30 p.m.? Or does turning 50 years old mean playtime's over? There's only one way to find out, and that's to stand outside the Dearborn Mosque on Friday with a sign that says, "Why should we believe Muhammad?" And what better place to ask that question than outside the Dearborn Mosque? You hear that? They broadcast their sermon over the loudspeaker. If they can proclaim Muhammad over the entire area, why can't we ask why we should believe this? The Quran says we're supposed to believe it. We're supposed to believe Muhammad. It says we have to be violently subjugated if we don't believe it. Do we at least get to ask why? Y'all didn't think I came alone, did you?
So, the version of the Bible. Do we have the original? Okay, do we have the original Bible that was revealed to Jesus?
Well, so we have what the Christians had in the day of Muhammad.
It doesn't have to say that the scripture is corrupt. Oh, no, yeah, we like discussion, open discussion.
Jesus mentioned that. Yeah, Jesus mentioned Muhammad. He's going to come as a prophet.
Yeah, come on. What are you asking David for? What's David going to ask?
I'm asking you, bro. David, listen to this question.
Go ahead, repeat it.
What was your question?
You tell me.
Okay, so
Bro, what's your question?
He came to a mosque trying to preach on these guys that be getting cooked.
Whoa! All these guys believe it would be evil and immoral, and I agree, to have sex with a 13-year-old. The issue is that Muhammad had sex with a 9-year-old. A 9-year-old. A 9-year-old.
Better get in some space, bro.
Good question.
Better back up.
Good question.
Listen, may God guide us all to the right path. That's all I say, man. You know, God, Allah is the most merciful, so hopefully you repent.
لا تكلموهم ولا حاجة، كل واحد يجزع على طريقة.
many brothers are welcome to
What's your name?
لا تضيع وقت معاهم.
I'm not, man. It's funny. Hold on. These guys are hilarious, bro. They don't have
وهذا اللي بدهم. بدهم علشان
He is. And now listen to him. So he's my brother. He's It's okay. We can have respectful dialogue. We can have respectful dialogue. I've never seen you, but these clowns right here, these two.
We can have respectful dialogue.
You're not.
يا حبيبي لا لكم دينكم ولي دين خلوهم يدينوا كما بدهم خلاص يلا خلوهم كل واحد يفعل طريقته.
You ran away from my
Who keeps running? I've never run away. I hereby agree to have a debate with Sheikh Uthman ibn Farouk in this mosque or anywhere else on the planet. He'll never do it.
He will not want to talk to you.
I know he won't. He runs from God logic.
You got your law. Brother, there was a Muslim rally in front of a church here. Brother, let's have a conversation. He ran from me. He ran from me. Tell it. Yeah, we saw the video where he ran. He didn't come out the mosque.
video, bro. You seen it?
You're brave enough
exposed,
to
you
take
get
the law, and
exposed.
at least you're
Everywhere we go,
You get exposed.
no one wants to have a debate, but they all say everyone's running from Sheikh Uthman. It's like, what kind of fantasy land do people live in? It's weird.
Clown, bro, you a clown. You a clown. Look, my car's right here. What do you want? You want to come in? You can, bro. You be touching girls and stuff. Get out of here.
Like your
Get
prophet?
out of here, bro. My prophet, if he touched a girl, no one would follow him. But you probably would if he did. But you a clown, dude.
Sahih al-Bukhari, 5133. Muhammad had sex with a 9-year-old.
Something you'd be a
A
Muslim.
9-year-old.
Hey, if you guys was sincere, you'd be a Muslim. Your heart would be open. Start with the Zionists. Go, bro.
يا حبيب يا حبيب
Get out of here, you're lost.
الطريق فاضي
I want you to experience the truth.
This is a dear brother right here, guys.
يلا اقعد عليك.
We want you to experience the truth, brother. And that's Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ loves you. He wants
He's the hall monitor, this guy right here in the white. And they don't want to have a conversation. Yeah. Yeah, they'll come blow the horn. They'll talk to us from our cars. They'll call us cowards, call us nerds, clowns, whatever they want to call us. Hey, listen, it happened to Christ. It happened to Christ. He was spat on, hated, mocked, but he loved them enough to come and give them a message. So that's what we're here to do today. We're going to give these people a message.
So you're welcome to like call us, and it's the number is here. Okay.
Okay.
It's here, and we can have like a dialogue. And,
I would love
very
that.
constructive, and we can get you inside the mosque. Okay.
Yeah.
So we received like so many visitors from churches, from grand rabbis, from everywhere. They come, we give them a tour. So we are all brothers, right? We have the same God.
Yes, absolutely.
Look, I mean, I got two eyes, you got two eyes. I got
Right,
one nose,
yep.
you got- So we are all the same. So I'm gonna give you this. So this is the Quran in English. So you can read it. Okay,
Which
so-
translation is that?
So this is Quran
Sahih International,
in
okay.
English.
Sahih
Okay.
International, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They know.
No.
No.
Tell
By the
me.
way, he knew what it was.
And this
You
is
know.
like
Yeah, I have a Sahih International.
Yeah.
yeah. So let me
Listen,
see.
you guys shouldn't be afraid. You guys are afraid. That's what it is.
We're not afraid
No,
of
no.
Islam.
You guys
We're
are afraid of
concerned
Islam.
for people dying in sin.
You don't look like it, but inside your hearts, you guys are afraid.
Well, I'm concerned.
Listen to this one.
We like
Listen.
how this guy's talking more.
I know.
I love you
Because
for
you
the
know why?
sake of God.
Right.
But
You know
this
what?
guy's got a good
But
smile.
I gotta go over to work, but I want to say one more last thing. No, I want to say one more last thing. In Islam, it says you can take 70 people with you, whoever you choose.
To heaven?
I'm gonna look at you one more time, each one of you, because when the day judgment, I'm gonna pick you guys all to come with me, because if you don't, you're going to another side.
Okay.
So
Hey, we got us a free ticket, y'all.
all prophets came from the same God, okay? All prophets, like from Abraham to Noah to Moses alayhi salam to Jesus, you know? So they came, and they came with messages, and then the books that they came with, unfortunately, were distorted, like they were changed, you know? So Prophet Muhammad came as the last one, as the last prophet, to complete the message of all prophets, okay? And they came with Quran, which I'm gonna give you today, the Quran. And the Quran, you know, it says the truth thing. And no prophet came after Prophet Muhammad. So he's the last prophet. And if you follow Prophet Muhammad, you're following Jesus as well. We love Jesus. He's our prophet. We believe him as a prophet. Okay? Peace upon him. So that's why we need to believe in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because, you know, he's the last message and he completes whatever all other prophets came with. You know, same message from God. It's the message of Islam. So I'm going to give you this book, you read it, and then there is a number here. You're welcome to call us, and we can have like a better time. We'll get you inside the mosque, and we'll give you a tour, and we can talk more. How about that? Good deal?
Thank you for your insight.
How many you got? Can I get one of those?
he spoke for me.
Thank you.
Guys, be careful. God bless you guys.
You know, God Logic had the brilliant idea of bringing stands for his sign. I figured I'd just hold mine up. I don't know if I need to do a lot of shoulder workouts, but this gets tiring real quick like. Yo, what's up, AP?
Hey man, what's up?
What's going down?
Nothing is happening. How was it? Anybody brave enough to
come and argue?
There were lots of Muslims who were willing to come up and have a discussion, but there's like a hall monitor type who goes around telling them don't engage, which is weird.
But you guys need any water or anything?
I just want to say this. We're blessed and we're very fortunate to be living in the United States, and we are able to practice our religion how we'd like.
We just try to see the commonalities in between us, right? You say you believe in Jesus.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, of course. And what I just wanted to come over and tell you guys is I wish you guys a good Friday, happy Friday, and
it's a human,
a blessed life, and there's nothing between us. We really can't make something small so big between us. At the end of the day, we're all human. We're all humans. We all breathe. We all eat, talk, walk the same. Some of us, have disabilities and it doesn't work out. But what I'm trying to say is that you have the right to believe in whatever you believe in, as long as you don't put harm towards me or inflict me. I shall not do the same. And then one thing I will say is that verse from the Bible. Thou shalt love his neighbor.
All the way to the space.
That's all I have to say. Yeah, of
Go ahead,
course.
look up and tell me.
So you think if you go high enough, you'll reach?
Yeah, then jail. Yeah, of course. 100%.
High, I told you.
What is it?
So is there?
I have one at the house actually. I appreciate it.
Maybe this is an air, baby.
I'll take it from you. It's no problem.
Hell or heaven.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with seeking a little bit of knowledge and you being a Christian or Catholic or whatever it may be. I'm not gonna walk up to you and tell you you're wrong.
Oh man,
straightforward. You have the right to do whatever you want in life. We will just relay the message to you, and then hopefully we can all leave off on a good basis with a good taste in our mouth and not really walk away with any hatred or any animosity towards each other. So first and foremost, I just want to wish you guys a happy Friday, a good Friday. God bless you guys in your life and you and your families. We wish nothing but the best for everybody, regardless of whatever religion, race you are. So, and as I said, I'm not educated 100% fully in the Quran. As I said, I'm studying every day, and I want to learn more and more. I'm not perfect. I'm not a scholar.
Yeah, I don't think none.
So anything in regards to the Quran or any questions you guys may have or anything, I would feel more comfortable, passing it on to an imam or a scholar. You guys have a wonderful day. God bless you guys. My man, you guys have a good one.
Take it easy, Sam.
Stop saying it seems like they have a system. There ain't no system, bro. Everybody, it's a free world, bro. We do whatever the fuck we want, bro.
All right, well.
We do whatever the fuck we want.
That wasn't an accusation or anything
Excuse my
bad.
language.
That wasn't an accusation or anything bad. It's actually, it's a good thing that you guys have figured that out, because there are lots of problematic people in every camp, and some problematic people will be very, very fired up to come and to discuss. And I'm glad that some people
what's the right
under
path?
control.
Huh?
You said you want to invite us to the right path. What's the right path?
Figure out at the end of the
When we die, it's too late. I want to know the answer now.
You can talk to them. I don't got like too much knowledge, but I know what's right, and I'm happy that God placed me in the right place.
Well, we say Islam is false.
Alhamdulillah.
And we would like to discuss it.
So can I say I love Allah, I love Muhammad, but I believe Allah is a false God and Muhammad's a false prophet, or is that not love? What?
Jesus and Muhammad are both a prophet. What's wrong with
Jesus was God, Muhammad was a false prophet. Is that loving for me to say? I think it's actually loving for me to say towards you because I want you to know truth. But I don't think it's loving towards Muhammad. Jesus even appeared to people before his incarnation. Are you aware of that? People had conversations with Jesus before he incarnated. Are you aware of those? And even then, he was still Yahweh. The scribes wrote him as Yahweh as well. This Sunday to come to church with us?
What if I come to your church and do this?
Yeah, sure. We'd be happy to even let you use our microphones and our speaker in front of a church. Would you be willing to do that with us?
I would not waste my time doing that.
Well, I thought you just said you were going to.
I said, what if?
Oh, okay. Well, would you be willing to?
I would not be willing.
Why would that be a waste of time?
Because that would be a waste of time.
You think it's a waste of time to care about people's hearts and souls? This is your eternity at stake. This is our eternity at stake, right?
Can you prove it to me so I can believe in Jesus as a God, not as a prophet?
Oh, sure, yeah. So what would you count as proof? If I find Jesus claiming to be God, would you count that as proof?
I want to ask you a question.
Well, hold on. You just asked me a question. I'm trying to figure out how to answer your question.
I want to ask you a question.
Okay, what's your next question?
Okay, so Jesus is God, right?
Yes, Jesus is God.
Who came before, Jesus or Abraham?
Jesus came before Abraham. Before Abraham was I am. That's what Jesus said.
Say that again?
Jesus said, before Abraham was I am.
action upon action. Dearborn has been crazy so far, man. We had the calm Muslims, we had the aggressive Muslims, we had the insulting Muslims, we had people talking to him, Isma, leave him alone, you know, trying to get them to stop talking to us. But man, overall, we've been having a couple good conversations, still got good conversations. Everybody's witnessing, planting seeds. It's really fun, man. I don't know where I've been all my life. I should have been coming out here to Ohio and Dearborn, Michigan. This is where it's at. This is where it's at. So, yeah.
All right, here with my main man, Life. How things go for you?
Look, so what happened was what I expected, okay? 50-50, foolery and curious people. So I always love that. And also, too, if we scoot over here to the right a little bit, we have the police here, and I'm glad that they sat here and didn't bother us, but just waited to see if something happened, which nothing did not. Because David told me prior, an officer came and took their IDs and got their information, and then
that was years ago. That was over a decade ago.
Yeah, it was not a good experience. So I'm glad that we were actually able to have discussions, as my boy Word right here is having a discussion right now, and it's exactly what I expected. Foolery and curious people, and so and also nice people. Dude came out and gave us some ice cold water, really in the clutch, and I mean that's kind of what you get. People are passionate about their religion, and they're gonna come out and they're gonna be some of them are gonna be angry, some of them are gonna be cool, and some of them are gonna come out and say foolishness like, Logic, why are you running from Sheikh Uthman? And then we got to get away from those jokers and get the good people that come up. So I think it's a good experience. I like it. 50-50 for me.
You know, we're fine with whatever types come at us. People want to have a nice conversation. We're happy to have a nice conversation. They want to get more aggressive. We're totally fine with that. I actually have a bunch of footage that I'm not going to use because we haven't a discussion. Like kids would come up and get in the camera. And I kind of don't like posting any sort of footage with little kids in there and stuff. So, but yeah, we can say at least the leaders and so on seem pretty cool.
Yeah.
So AP.
Yes.
What'd you think about heading to Dearborn Mosque? Were you terrified?
I was trembling. I actually, I had to change my underwear because I peed my pants on the way here.
Yep, so he was massively delayed for repeatedly having to change his drawers and his pants. But what'd you think after, however things went?
I think it was very nice. I think it went very well. There was a system in place, and I said when I earlier pointed out that there's a system in place, some guy became very
there clearly was. There clearly was.
But there was clearly a system in place. So we had of course certain people who came up and who wanted to aggressively talk to us and aggressively have discussions, but there were others here that blocked them off and said, "Hey, move on, get out of here." They clearly have something in place where certain people are basically in charge of who should be and should not be talking to the provocateurs like us. And the very nice ones would come and talk to us and give us these little things like a Quran. Despite that, some people over there, when not over here, did come and aggressively talk to us.
No, that happened over there too.
Yeah. Some people shouted, said, "Hey, why don't you go to a Jewish neighborhood?" And we're like, "Well, we could." Actually, they do. So. But yeah, we had interesting discussions. Several people came here and tried to have very, very long conversations. I think one of those over there lasted for over half an hour, and it was basically, the argument was basically about how they love Jesus more than Christians love Jesus. And so we pointed out that is simply not true, because we know that the real Jesus made certain claims about himself, such as that he claimed that he is God. He claimed that he's the Son of God. He made these claims. We know what his immediate followers believed. So if a Muslim comes and says, "We love Jesus," but he doesn't believe that Jesus is God, he doesn't believe that Jesus is the Son of God, then that Muslim believes that Jesus lied, or that Jesus made false claims about himself, that he claimed to be something that he is not. You can't believe that Jesus lied about himself, that he made such grandiose, such messed up lies about, false claims about himself, but then also say, "Hey, we love him more than you do." No, we believe him. We believe in everything that he said, right? Christians believe in everything that he said, which is why we love him, or which is why our love is quite evident, let's say. They don't. So we pointed this out, and the discussion then moved on to, well, it's illogical. How is Jesus God? But he was born after Abraham, and and all that. So, we did have lengthy discussions about the incarnation, Jesus becoming God taking on flesh and things like that. It was okay. It was okay. It was good. I think there were some fruitful discussions here, and we want for every Muslim to leave Islam and to become a Christian. Or, if you can't make that step yet, you can become something else, and then you can become a Christian. Or we can force you to become a Christian later on. But we care about the Muslims themselves, and we have respect and love for them. Some of my favorite people out there are ex-Muslims. I love the Muslims, and I want them to leave Islam for their own good, for my good, primarily for the good of all. And that's what we're here to do. So stay away from Islam, boy.
Smart. You won't hear me say this a lot in life, given some past experiences here, but shout out to the Dearborn Police Department. They showed up, a couple cars, there's only one left, that's one in the background. But they stayed off in the distance and they were just monitoring in case anything happened, and that's exactly what police should be doing. They didn't interfere, they didn't stop us, they didn't lock anybody up. So it's better than it was years ago.
Crazy though, I actually had a Muslim last week go so far as to say that
All right, here with Elle, we're packing it up. You were on the microphone, and frequently you had more people coming up to you than God Logic down on the other end. So we're thinking it's either because you're a woman or because you had a mic and more people could hear you. But what's your thoughts on today?
Yeah, it was very interesting. We had some very good conversations with people. Lots of claims were made that were blatantly false, and we were able to correct some of those. Hopefully we'll be able to continue to correct some of those as we did get some contact information. But I did find it shocking how few Muslims were actually willing to engage on the microphone. I've done this in the past many times and had conversations with Muslims on the microphone. They're typically happy to proclaim their views for the world to see. But in this case, they wanted to stay off the mic. So I did find that strange, but hopefully it was all for the best, and I'm glad that we had the conversations we did today. Lots of Muslims were committing shirk or apostasy without really realizing it, but that tends to happen in Islam. It's kind of something you're forced into when you follow it in part because you can't follow it in whole.
All right, here with Eric. Eric, you were around the corner and you were having a conversation over there. What were you guys talking about?
Well, we were covering Quran 98:6, which talks about all Jews and Christians being the worst of creatures. And I was asking him why I am called the worst of creatures in the Quran. On top of that, I was asking him why in Sahih Muslim, then Jews and Christians are paying for the sins of Muslims on the day of resurrection and going to hell for their sins.
And when you bring up these passages, whether from the Quran or the Hadith, did they have any clue what you're talking about?
Absolutely not. In fact, I've had multiple times that Muslims have called me liar over just reading Quran 98:6 to them because they have no clue. In this case, they didn't, but he still had no clue about either Quran 98:6 or the Hadith itself. They just had no clue of either of them.
And so it's basically the Quran and Hadith are filled with all kinds of things that completely contradict what Muslims believe about Islam, and their leaders keep this stuff from them. So they're only going to hear the truth about their own religion if we tell them.
Right here with the Dizzle, over here in Dearborn, the Eliminator. Finally met him in person, man. Like, dude is awesome. Been watching his content forever. I think we made a bit of an impact. We got a couple of guys to talk to. We got a couple of good conversations. David, he's always funny, always bright. And hey, I'm glad to just be here in the presence of David Wood and AP. And man, y'all don't know, man. I started off watching all these guys. And for me to actually be here participating with them in something this big, I'm just grateful, highly favored by God and Jesus. And I feel like I'm where I needed to be. I found a home with these guys and God Logic, and many more to come. I'm just getting started.
Yeah, man, so we came out here, we planted seeds, you know, did some good Christian dawah, met some opposition, but we also got some good conversations. The saddest part is the ignorance of the Muslims that we spoke to today. We just had a conversation with a brother who really is holding on to Muhammad, defending child marriage and all these kind of things, making all kinds of excuses, and that's when it gets sad, you know, because of the brainwashing. And so, but we're gonna keep trying. This is why we're doing what we're doing, to plant seeds. We got a lot of people to listen, and a lot of thought-provoking questions were given to the Muslims today. So now they'll never forget today. That's for sure. They'll never forget today.
Well, fun trip here. No one got violent, so that's cool. There was kind of a mixture of more aggressive Muslims and then really nice Muslims, and you know, that's pretty common. There are people who are aggressive and there are people who are really nice. When the aggressive ones would start to have a discussion, there were people who were kind of shooing them off and saying, don't engage with these guys. So that's kind of sad, because we're fine with people, you know, defending what they believe aggressively. We're not fine if you get violent and so on, but if people want to argue and so on, that's cool. But lots of the guys who actually would stand there and talk were very calm, very nice. They were saying we could come back and take a tour of the mosque. So the leaders, it sounds like, the leaders here and lots of the people here are very nice, very cool. There are some hotheads, that's true in lots of places, so that's not really a problem. But cool day, cool day, cool day.
Just Mike Jones.
You're making 3 chambers thumbnails.
He's calling us out about Easter, bro.
Yeah,
oh, he is. The OG is calling us out about Easter.
Easter? Yeah, Easter. Perfect timing.
I said, where is Mike Jones when you need him?
24 hours is a day, is a day, is a day. But when I said I worked 3 days, you knew.
Yeah, he's
you
thinking about
instantly knew I did not work for something.
That argument.